Welcome back to Books with AR, Chapter 41, Centipede. The Xuan Dao Sect's disciples were all also secretly evaluating the Hongyu Sect disciples, especially the ones who were at the 6th layer and higher. Wang Zhuo's looks and his peak 5th layer cultivation also made the Xuan Dao Sect disciples keep him in mind. As for Wang Lin, he was only at the 3rd layer, so they completely ignored him. Everyone aside from Liu Maithevers, she paid a little attention to him. As the two sect's elders talked to each other, they were also secretly looking at each other's disciples. The Xuandao sect's 3 elders became more and more happy as they saw the Hongyu sect's disciples. They thought that if these were all the disciples the Hongyu sect had, they would win this exchange for sure. But they had secretly been in conflict with the Hongyu sect for many years and knew that they were very cunning. They would save the killing blow until the most crucial moment. Even though there were quite a few disciples of the 6th layer present, all of them were new faces, and all the ones that participated last time weren't in sight. Those were the people they needed to focus on during this exchange. The sect head, Huang Long, scanned the Xuandao sect disciples. His gaze paused on the male and female with the pure water spirit roots. He secretly sighed in his heart. In the past 500 years, the Hongyu sect had really fallen without a successor. Even the Xuandao sect, which was an unknown small sect only 500 years ago, could constantly beat the Hongyu sect. He originally thought that they would win this time, but 2 single-element spirit root disciples had appeared this time, which made him very worried. Do we really need the purple-clothed disciples to come out? They are currently in training. Suddenly, Huang Long's gaze fell on the disciple all the way in the back, and he finally made a decision. Fine. Since they sent this disciple, then it's time for our core disciples to come out as well. Thinking about this, he laughed and said, "Friend Ouyang, the disciples must be tired from the trip. Let them go rest first. Us few old guys should have a good time. Come into the main hall." He waved his hand to welcome them into the main hall with a smile on his face. The Xuandao sect's 3 elders nodded and followed him into the main hall. The Hongyu sect's elders followed in behind them. Elder Xu was the last one. He turned to the disciples and said, "Wang Zhuo, you're in charge of taking care of the Xuandao sect's disciples. If there are any issues, teacher won't forgive you." Wang Zhuo seemed to be prepared for this. He respectfully said, "Teacher doesn't have to worry. I will properly take care of Xuandao sect's fellow apprentice brothers and sisters." Elder Yu smiled at the Xuandao sect's disciples and said, "Disciples of the Xuandao sect, if you have any needs, you can ask Wang Zhuo. This old man is old, so I won't bother you young ones. You should all get to know each other more. The future of the cultivation world belongs to you all." After he finished speaking, he walked into the main hall with a faint smile on his face. The moment the elders left, the disciples immediately became more relaxed. Some of the Hongyu sect's female disciples went up to the male with the water spirit root and started to make small talk. Their eyes were filled with admiration. Besides the Hongyu sect's 6th-layer disciples, appeared some Xuandao sect's disciples, and they made small talk about their experiences. As for the other disciples, they all started to talk with each other. There were also many disciples who looked up to the unmoving centipede in amazement. Wang Lin looked at the scene and didn't want to join in. He went off to the side and sat on some steps. Looking at the blue sky and black clouds while bathing in the sunlight felt very comfortable. There were many other disciples like Wang Lin that didn't like the crowds, like the female named Yao. She saw Wang Lin and casually walked over. "Junior brother Wang, I want to congratulate you on reaching the 3rd layer. There aren't many inner disciples as hardworking as you." The female named Yao said with a smile. She sat down on the steps without caring if it was dirty or not. Wang Lin chuckled. He shook his head and said, "It's not like you said at all. I see that most of these people are painstakingly cultivating as well." The female named Zhao looked at the clouds. She sighed and said, "Junior brother Wang, don't sell yourself short. During the 4 years of intense training, almost all the inner disciples came out very often, but I rarely saw you. Cultivation is a very boring thing to do. Junior brother Wang, to be honest, I admire you. To reach the 3rd layer in 4 years takes a lot of perseverance." Wang Lin rubbed his nose and smiled. "Junior Sister Zhou, didn't you also reach the 3rd layer?" The female named Zhao sighed and gloomily said, I reached the third layer 3 years ago, but now all the disciples who were weaker than me back then have surpassed me. Maybe it's because I can't cut off my mortal ties. Wang Lin pondered for a while and said, The road is ruthless. If Sister Zhou wants to advance, you must understand this phrase. The female named Zhao looked at Wang Lin with her beautiful eyes. Revealing her beautiful teeth, she said, Junior brother Wang, I can see that you have already reached the peak of the third layer and can break through any time. I think that you will soon surpass me too. Wang Lin stared at the breathtaking beauty. He wryly smiled and said, I won't be able to break through anytime soon. These mortal ties are not something I can cut easily. The female named Zhao was stunned. She hesitated and asked, Junior brother Wang, it's rude of me to ask, but what mortal ties can you not cut? Wang Lin shook his head and didn't answer. His mind was filled with thoughts about his parents. The female named Zhao saw that Wang Lin was reluctant to answer. She sighed and said, I can't cut the ties with my family. Cultivation is too ruthless. Maybe I'm not fit for this. Wang Lin was about to speak, but he suddenly turned his head and saw Wang Zhuo staring at him and the female named Zhao with an evil gaze. At that moment, they heard Wang Zhuo's voice. Brothers and sisters of the Xuan Sect, you said that this centipede likes to eat live animals. Let us, the Heng Sect, take care of it for you during your stay. I have a junior brother, you see. Cultivation is just a waste of time for him. So, making him catch live animals to feed this centipede is much more fitting for him. The male disciple with the water spirit root hesitated and said, Brother Wang Zhuo, this is a bit improper. The centipede's nature is wild. If a stranger were to feed it, that person might be in danger. Wang Zhuo said with a gentle expression, Don't worry, Brother Liu. How could a cultivator back down from danger? You are our guests. These chores should be left to us, the Heng Sect.